but honestly, he was all over the board yesterday. Just playing a little bit of everything seemed like Tourist could do no wrong, and I'm very curious to see how he stacks up against the goated one.
The goated one is quite the name. I like that. I might have to use that. But yeah, Mohamed Light with the tombstone, the bar barrel, and a knight. Looks like we're gonna see some more splash yard. We'll see if he's gonna be using the non-tornado or the baby dragon, or the tornado version here.
And we did see a little bit of feistiness, a little bit of spice out of Mohamed Light yesterday, BMing Pedro, hopping around, walking away before games were even over. Big comeback swings. So, you know, I love this version of Mohamed Light that we're seeing. And I also love that Tourist is the only person that's run Lava Hound the last 2 days. And the first time that he ran it, he went up against someone that had 0 air defense, and it was one of the easiest wins that he could take. I think it was against Sam. Can't remember exactly, but it was RG versus Lava, and that RG deck had, oh, you know, I think it was Clown. That RG deck had Zap and Curse in it, and so we were kind of excited to see that, but it did not work out well.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters at all, but I did see a little bit of drama on Twitter where Jeebus, Clown's coach and analyst, was talking about how there was a little bit of a bug actually, where sometimes the deck copied does not show with the deck that is on the screen. So he didn't actually mean to go in with that Royal Giant deck with no air defense. So it's a little bit of an unfortunate situation. We'll see if Tourist is going to be able to be successful as well with the Lava Hound here. But I think going against Mo with a poison for the Flying Machine, for the Skeleton Dragons, with the Witch and the Ice Wiz for the air defense, is going to be a much different story.
It's really interesting. I didn't know about that, and hopefully that's something that our players and their coaches can lock down. We have had instances in the past where the copy deck wasn't working the way maybe it was supposed to, and that was something players had to adjust to. And a bit unfortunate to hear that, but here we are in this matchup, and just like you're saying, a lot more air defense at the helm of Mohamed Light in this specific matchup. I mean, specifically the 2 cards we're seeing right now in the Witch and the Ice Wiz. I mean, Ice Wiz are just so great at stopping any beatdown deck, especially up in the skies for that splash once the pups pop. And just cycling Ice Wizards in the back is Mohamed Light as Tourist tries to go aggressive at the bridge opposite lane with a Lava Hound plus Flying Machine push. Mo's got the defense locked down pretty well so far and has to pull the trigger on the poison again.
Poison drops down. Witch is in cycle, and Tourist does have the lightning, so he's going to drop the lightning down the Witch immediately, trying to burn it through for any sort of damage. But the Ice Wiz Tornado is in cycle once again. Ice Wiz doesn't do the damage it used to, but the Tornado doesn't do the damage that it used to, but the Ice Wiz Splash is sufficient to really make sure this defense is successful.
1842, 2575. Tourist has changed minds on which lane to go in. Did not like the counter push potential that he was giving Mo Light on the right-hand side, and Mo Light continuing to just defend with a card or 2 and then a poison if necessary. Now we see the poison coming out on the opposite lane to deal with the Skelly Drags.
Yeah, that's going to force out the arrows as well, with the Evil Knight just tanking everything. Tornado once again in the left-hand lane to mitigate damage. And we're heading into Triple Elixir overtime, which I think only can benefit Mo in this matchup.
Yeah, honestly, I completely agree, and I'm really impressed with, I mean, it's hard because it's Mohamed Light, where it's pretty hard to be impressed by anything and everything that he does is impressive, but his ability to completely control a Lava Hound plus Flying Machine with just a Witch and then a Knight, or just a Witch and a Tombstone, not hitting panic, not worrying about the damage that he's taking, not overspending. It's really good, because you can see Tourist is having a really hard time figuring out how to put together a real offense that's going to keep up in this final 20 seconds.
Lightning going to drop down the Ice Wiz with the anti-lightning Witch placement. Graveyard for Mo, plus a poison and a barbell to apply pressure with only 12 seconds left on the clock. This game's getting a little bit more close than I thought it was. The Tornado doesn't do that much damage. The arrows come through, and there's a lightning in cycle. Tourist making an upset here in game number 1.
Wow.
I don't even know.
It felt like Mo had that so under control the entire game, and I mean, Tourist was getting damaged the whole time, and it's not like Mo had a huge
damage to the right hand side, and also it's fairly difficult to get damage in that matchup versus the Valkyrie, the guards, the Skelly Drags, the arrows. So I think Mo made the right play to play in the opposite lane or continue to do that. It just didn't end up working out for him in the end.
So, not something that you and I say very often, and something that we've never said before. Mohamed Light down a game against Tourist here at the CRL warm-up.
Yeah, it looks like Mo liked the deck that he saw. He might be copying here, or at least copying a variation of the lava here. And Tourist with a very strange deck. I honestly have no idea what kind of deck we're going to be seeing here.
Yeah, I totally. I mean, you see part of it and you think one thing, you see the other part of it and you think mortar bait, and Juicy, I think you're right. Mohamed Light going, I hated that deck, let me play with it.
Yeah. Goes to the bridge to cycle to the bats, able to defend against the Inferno Drag. Evo Cage and cycle, gonna yoink that ghost in and allow the tower to clean up these bats. It's gonna stay on the board for a little bit longer as Mo can try to recoup some elixir here.
I know a lot of people out there, a lot of the Clash Royale purists don't love evolutions, and I'll find myself complaining about them when I lose to them as well. But yeah. I do have to admit some of the great mechanics that have been added with them is really interesting in the game. I do think Goblin Cage Evo is one of the more fascinating and unique evolutions in the game. It's never really felt super overpowered. It's always felt kind of matchup dependent. But also it's a great get out of jail. I mean, honestly, Mo is running two of the best get out of jail free cards in terms of Evos, in the sense of obviously what the Goblin Brawler can do and the Valkyrie can do defensively. I mean, they're both so powerful, especially against cards like a Mega Knight. So see how that kind of fares as this game goes on. And almost had a moment there where I thought that we saw Tourist repeat a card, but the Inferno was played in a different set, and Mo didn't straight copy the deck that he just lost to. Looks like he opted for Inferno and Skellies instead of Flying Machine.
Minor Gob getting a right-hand lane, trying to apply some pressure. Evo Valk is in cycle, going to really clean up this defense, and that's what Andrew means by getting out of jail free card. That's what Lava Hound really excels with Evos like this, because a lot of time, Lava Hound, it's all about spamming as many air cards you can, applying pressure, getting spell damage, and then you just have 2 or 3 really strong defensive ground cards to help you out on that end of the spectrum.
1918 to 26-26, and now some more damage comes in on that left-hand side. Tourist in the lead in both lanes. Mohamed Light with a bit of a grimace on his face that is a face that we know well, but not one that we see super often.
Skelly Drags drop down with the Evo Cage. If the Evo Cage can take out this Mega Knight, he will have a successful defense, but it doesn't. Zap drop it down, taking it out, and he's forced to defend with the guards, and the Mega Knight's getting so much damage. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, Inferno Dragon Bats clean up the entire lava push, putting Mo in another very difficult situation.
1343, 2279 as Tourist is, with 80 seconds left, about to pull off maybe the biggest upset of the tourney so far, but now we see Mo pedal to the metal, lot on the board. This will be very interesting to see how Tourist defends. There's the Evo Zap to come in and help with the Skeleton Dragons, but now the Skeleton Dragon's still alive. Arrows comes in to clean everything up. Golden Knight to tank on the ground. Gang comes down just in time, and I think somehow he defended.
Wow, and there's 60 seconds left on the clock. Tourist is up over 700 damage, and he's going to apply some pressure. It's his time to attack. Mega Knight the bridge. Cage to drop down, try and get the Evo in cycle. He will defend. The Evo Valk will clean up the rest of this push and allow Mo to get another Lava Hound at the bridge. There it is.
Lava at the bridge, 40 seconds remain. Bats immediately on top. Inferno distracted. Lightning comes down to hit everything on the board. Goblin Gang now in to help clean up that lava up front. Mega Knight at the bridge to kite everything away. Second Inferno comes down. Bats surround. Tourist is doing a great job here. 30 seconds remain. Now going to go Miner to the back. Now the counter push comes in. 1327 to just over 1100. Mohamed Light fighting for his life with 18 seconds remaining.
The problem is that Tourist is continually applying pressure, making so another Lava Hound cannot drop down. There's only 10 seconds left. Arrows have to drop on defense. Miner provides chip. The cage drops down, and Mo needs to save up for a lightning, but it's not even enough. The Miner did enough chip damage, and Tourist with a 2-0 sweep against the world champion.
And you see Tourist with a little bit of the shush there. What a run for this young man. Tourist.
Oh my gosh.
2 O's. The GOAT, Mohamed Light, pulling off the biggest upset of the weekend by far. The only thing that could be more shocking than this is if it happens again in the grand finals. But as of right now, our world finalists down in the lower bracket to face off against each other.